Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, join the family, because I drop videos every single day. We missed you. Today, I'm going to be making a tier list off of the Logic Pro plugins. How I rank them. We're going to be doing most of the popular ones that I'm always using and you're probably using. Let's go. All right, here we are. Break it down. They all kind of look the same. Good branding, I guess. Right here, we got the tape delay, the bit crusher, the de-esser, the limiter, the stereo spread, silver verb, auto filter, chroma glow, chorus, exciter, distortion, pitch corrector, chroma verb, space designer, multipressor, channel EQ, amp designer, tube EQ, and the compressor. I'll say them again when I choose them, but that's what they are. All right, let's go. All right, first up, we got the tape delay. Starting off strong. This is a sleeper. It's a really just good sounding delay, echo, has the filtering, has a lot of advanced modulation type things I don't ever even use. Really good. I'll put it in the A tier. Really solid. Almost makes the S. It's a high A. Bit crusher, kind of unfair because, bit crushers aren't like a main tool for a lot of people. It's more so for sound design or an effect. It gets the job done, but I always find I have trouble to make it to sound good. But that's also kind of the point, right? It's a bit crusher. It does what it needs to. I'll put it in the B. The de-esser. Sometimes it sounds really good. Sometimes I just can't get it to work. That could just be me. But there's nothing really wrong with it. I'll put it in the B. Limiter sounds okay. Not too advanced. It gets the job done. I used it for a long time. Solid B. And these aren't necessarily in order from left to right. Maybe I'll do that at the end, but for now they're not. Stereo spread. I'm not a fan of stereo spread plugins anymore. They're super phasey. This one sounds phasey, but that's kind of just inherent to the plugin. Nothing knocking it, but I'm going to go C tier. Silver verb is just simple, but it sounds good, and the preset's good. The Hall preset's good. It works really well when you're trying to just slap on a quick reverb. I'm going to put it in the A tier. The auto filter. This is tough because it's tried and true. Like when I just need a quick filtering, it works all the time. I'm going to have to go B tier. It just sounds great, and there's so many advanced features I've never touched, but it just does the trick. Super easy. Chroma glow, new one. I'm thinking between S and A. It sounds really good. I haven't quite used it enough though, but it does have a mix knob. I'm gonna go S tier. It's really, really good. If you want subtle, extreme, a few different things. I wish there was more customization on it, but that's what we got other plugins for. It's great. It was the one thing Logic was missing was a saturation plugin. Now we're goated. Chorus plugin. I'm going to combine this like chorus / flanger, all the kind of modulation ones. They're very similar. They're really solid. They sound good. They're easy to use. That's an A tier for sure. The exciter. This is probably the biggest sleeper here. I don't hear much about the exciter, but it sounds so good. So good on vocals. But it's too basic. That's the only thing holding it back from S tier is there's not enough, but it always just sounds good. It's got to be A tier. Distortion. It sounds good. It's basic. Does the trick. I'll put it in C tier. It's high C, almost B. High C. Pitch corrector. S tier. This is such a sleeper plugin. It's a free auto tune. It works amazing. It has a lot of the functions of the auto tune now with like the flex. I don't know. It's not called flex tune, I don't think, but maybe tolerance it's called. You can really just dial it in. It sounds amazing. Extreme pitch, slight pitch. It works good. Easy to use. Customizable. You can't really ask for much more. Chroma glow. Sounds good. Pretty good amount of presets / settings. I'll go A tier. It's solid. It's solid. But this the Space Designer S tier. This has so many presets, realistic, artificial, anything in between. It's one of those experimental reverbs where you can just flick through presets until you hit a sound that you're like, oh, that's what I'm looking for, or something like that, or a place to start. It is just so good for that. Like, I love that thing. When you need it, you need it. I love it on my drum bus, like a room reverb. Slaps. Multipressor, really in depth, works great. Kind of hard to dial in. That's kind of the nature of the beast with a multipressor. I'll go A tier. I'll go A tier. Oh, the channel EQ, S tier. Easily. I used this before I had FabFilter Pro Q3. I was using this all the time. Works great. It doesn't have dynamic like FabFilter does, but other than that, it has everything you'd ever need. And it looks clean, easy to use. I love that. Amp Designer. It's just tough because I don't personally use it much, but when I do use it, it's amazing. But I don't have others to compare to. I don't have any third-party ones, but I don't really see how they could be all that much better. This has a lot of presets. I'm going to go A tier. Really good for what it is. Tube EQ, kind of all the analog EQs. I like this one the most. It's like the Pultec style. Sounds really, really good, honestly. I have some third-party Pultecs, and this one competes with it. It's just a flavor thing. It's not like they're better or this is better or vice versa. It's just like, which flavor do you want? Do I want to go S tier? I don't use it much, so it feels weird to put it in S tier, but it might be. Just because my personal workflow, I don't use it much. Doesn't mean other people won't. I gotta go S tier. It's really good. Compressor, S tier. Easy S tier. Probably the best plugin in here. It is. All right, so let's order them from left to right now. So this is definitely top S tier. And then I'll do the pitch corrector because it's unique. Most DAWs don't have that good of a stock one. And then I'll do this EQ. And we'll do the reverb and then the distortion and the tube EQ. A tier. What do I think is the best in the A tier? Probably the Exciter. And then the Exciter, and then the Silververb, then the Chorus. Then I'll do Amp Designer to be fair. And then Filter. I'll do this reverb, then the multipressor. B tier, we got Bit Crusher, de-esser, limiter. And what is this one? The filter. Oh, so this is the tape delay. Okay, my bad. So tape delay has to be first, honestly. Okay, I like that. So now we got Bit Crusher, de-esser, limiter, and filter. I'm gonna do filter first for sure. And then I'll do the de-esser, and then the limiter, and then the Bit Crusher. C tier, we got stereo spread, distortion. I'll do distortion above stereo spread. The stereo spread is, if you use it really subtly, it can be okay, but it's just basic, and stereo spreader is just not a fan anymore. So there it is, guys. This is the definitive. No, I'm just kidding. This is my opinion on the Logic plugins. This isn't all of them, but it's the common ones, the big boys, the heavy hitters. This is how I'm feeling about it. How are you feeling about it? Let me know down below. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Is there any that I didn't add that you really like? I'm feeling pretty good about this list. Little things are unfair. Like they don't, like a Bit Crusher's kind of fighting uphill because it's only a Bit Crusher, but I tried to be fair. Let me know down below. I tried to have some fun today. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Inswain with Inswain Audio. Peace.